Wait, you're not from London?
Hi guys.
Hey.
And welcome back to episode 13 of Wait, You're Not From London.
Can you try and do a Mandan voice for once?
What does that mean?
Because she always does like Cockney rhyming.
Yeah, but why does she have to be a Mandan voice? Why is it going to be a man? Why can't it be?
Wait, I can't do it, see? Like, we can't do a Mandan voice.
She can't do a Mandan
Just
voice
try it.
because
I can't.
we have a Mandan voice anyway.
Just try it.
No, because looking at you, I can't do it.
Oh, sorry, I'll look over here.
Wait, you're not from London?
I think I prefer it.
Nah.
What? Nah,
I like
I don't
the
prefer it.
chirpiness of the Cockney voice. No?
Do you know what? Like voices, like deep men's voices. Oh my God. I literally was just listening to, oh, it's Touch Your Belly. Isn't it?
Oh, that man is the most beautiful man.
Oh my God. His voice,
His voice
panty
is
dropper, easy.
Panty dropping.
Easy.
Nah, he's got a nice voice.
His voice is 100.
And you know he's only 27.
Oh,
He
only 27?
He just turned 27 or 28 or 27. He just had a birthday.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
can deal with that. 28. Hit
But-
me up in it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
young. But I mean, he's young.
No, he's not young.
I didn't mean to say he's young. I meant to say he's nice.
His voice, man. Like, literally, his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, I
God.
love a good voice. I hear that.
And he's...
Very do.
Well, what's been going on, gals? What are you saying?
Nothing. That's my
Nothing.
London voice.
Nothing.
Nothing's going on.
None. Yeah.
Well, you know, we're here. Yeah. It's been a week.
It's been a week and a half.
Oh. Snaps.
Well, but I feel like we were saying that differently.
Yeah.
As in, I was about to say it's been a week and a half of lockdown 2. Has it? Or has it just been a week?
Mate, it doesn't
A
even feel like lockdown.
The week?
Lockdown 2?
No, it doesn't feel like that down.
Like, it definitely isn't lockdown. Like, the streets are active.
Yeah,
like, I
we were
don't
just
think it's
saying
that.
this, walking up, like, everyone's out and about the roads, like,
Yeah.
the cars, everyone's out and about, like, everyone's just going on
The
with their
streets
business.
are active. Like, lockdown 2 actually means zilch. It means 0.
Yeah.
People are still out here.
Yeah. I
Like,
guess especially
normally.
when you're just, like, going around your local area, because it's mainly, like, supermarkets and
Yeah.
shops that are open.
Yeah.
I suppose if we went into central London now, obviously with no like clothing shops or nothing open, it would be like
I would have
deserted,
forgot.
maybe. But
I literally would have still forgot, you know.
yeah,
I literally, the way it's been going on, I literally would have forgot. Train wasn't packed. It was still for the time of day. Like, obviously we're out. It's just one of those. Like, there actually is no lockdown.
Oh, it's the only feeling of it being different is not being able to go out to eat, because Lord knows I love to go out to eat.
Oh
boy.
yeah, having a little meal.
know.
I love to
can't
go out.
wait.
I feel like
eat.
we've been enjoying like going out a little
Yeah,
bit more over the last
exactly.
month, especially as things are just getting a bit more
Yeah.
Defo.
active. And then
Going out to
Boris
eat has
was
been a
like,
highlight.
"Nah, get
Nah,
back inside."
No.
Boris didn't even want to do it because it was who resigned this week? Someone resigned. Someone
Oh
really
yeah,
senior
someone
resigned.
like one of his
Yeah.
advisors.
Yeah, one of the scientists resigned this week,
What,
saying that
because
because of the struggle. He's basically telling Boris X, Y, and Z. Boris ain't listening and saying it's been like a sort of a power struggle.
As in
for
Boris
him.
ain't listening about the warning signs or something.
Yeah, I think it's because remember Boris is over this shit already. He doesn't really want to enforce anything. It's everybody else panicking around him.
That's what I mean. That's why I feel like sometimes Boris does get a bad rep, because he's just a spokesperson at the end of the day.
No,
He's got
no.
all these ministers behind. Listen, he's got all these ministers. I'm not saying I love Boris, but I'm
Still
saying
bad vibes,
it's
but
not.
yeah.
It's not just his decision. It's all the people around him that are influencing him to say, okay, this is what we need to do. We're gonna lock off everything. Do you know what I mean?
I
Yeah,
hear that, but he could come better with
Yeah,
his
Oh,
like
100%. With
still
letterboxes
bad
and stuff like that. Yeah, of course it can come better. But I'm saying we should be blaming the whole government. It's not just the one man.
No, but
Yeah.
he always feels like he's just fumbling, like
he's a
Oh
fumbler.
yeah. I don't know
And it
how
just-
he became.
Fumbler.
I was about to say president then.
president, prime minister.
Prime Minister. I had no idea how.
I know.
No
like I
idea.
was just thinking as you guys were saying
Those-
that. Obviously, he got the position like passed down from Theresa May, but he
No,
started
didn't.
at the beginning
He
of
was
the
voted
year.
in.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, but
He was voted in.
he was voted
pricks
in.
voted in. I can't wait for another election. Do you realise that we never ever wait for 4 years for a prime minister who's done their job and then re-elect? Every time we have a prime minister, something happens in the country. Snap election.
Yeah, they do.
Snap election.
Yeah.
Something's going on. Oh, snap election.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Yeah.
see who the country really wants. Bullshit. Sorry.
But he obviously came in, and then at the beginning of the year was like, oh yeah, got Prime Minister. This is looking good. 2-3 months later, like,
Was it only Prime Minister this year?
yeah, pretty much.
December?
Towards
We
the end of
elected in
last
December?
year.
No.
Yeah.
Feels
Yeah.
like I've been Prime Minister for about 5 years.
No.
Get him
Yeah,
out.
no.
We've always in September because
Yeah.
We. You mean them?
Them. Yeah, don't
They
group us
voted
all
him.
together.
I did not vote for that guy.
yeah, that's true. I didn't vote for Boris
I
still.
did not.
Them people there.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't want his job, to be fair.
Nah.
I wouldn't want his job.
No, I wouldn't want to be Prime Minister.
Yeah,
No.
but speaking of leaders, though.
Oh my
What we
God,
saying?
you're not going to talk about Donny.
Man like
Donny.
Donny.
You got to talk about Donny.
Nah, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, like I didn't realize. Yeah, things like this interested me so much, and I don't want to make this podcast into like a political podcast. But brethren, the way Donny has been acting over the last week and a half,
Petty, innit?
he's mad, bruv. Like
Epitome of
Petty.
petty.
mad, bruv. Like I can't understand. Yeah, how do you get up one morning? Yeah, you're running. Obviously you're running for office again. You're trying to get re-elected. Then the votes come in halfway through. You're like, stop counting the votes, bruv.
know,
Are you
I know.
okay?
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna stop counting the votes. Then he's
Yeah.
going, it's fraud. Okay, where's your evidence? I don't know, but it's fraud, innit? Like
It's
you
just
sound
like
like
how-
man from road, innit? Like, are you okay, Donny?
But it's just like he's been saying like fake news about anything and everything. Like, if anything doesn't go his way, it's gonna be
It's
fraud.
fake
It's gonna be
news,
fake.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
If he
Like-
was elected in, he'd be like, yeah, calm. Like,
No.
Exactly.
he wouldn't call anything out. But yeah, I'm not surprised at the way he's been going on. 'Cause
Like-
always from the beginning of him coming in as president, he's always ramping on Twitter, always doing the madness.
This is what I'm saying. Do
Do
we
you see any other leader going on like him on Twitter? Do you see any other leader of any country?
It's his own world. He is.
Can you
He's literally in
imagine
his own
the
world?
conversations in the White House, in the private residence at the moment with him and Melania? Like, Melania's like, listen, I don't know about you, but I want to cut. So pack up your shit and let's fucking go. And he's like, nah. You know, I'm fighting to be here. We got to stay here. And she's like, no. We've done our time. Let's go.
That woman
Let's
wants an
go.
escape
That
route, boy.
woman does not want to be there.
No, she
She's
don't.
expressed time and time again that she does not want to be there. And Donny's keeping her hostage in the place. Like, Donny, let it go. Let her go. She move on. Melania's out. You heard a word from her, have you?
No.
You haven't heard
Not a
one
single
word
word.
from this
It's
woman.
so true.
She wants to go. She's not here for it. She's
What
done.
has she actually done as first lady?
Do you remember when she copied
Yes.
Michelle
Oh,
Obama's
Lord.
speech word
Oh,
for word?
Lord.
That's what she's done as first lady.
I cannot. Honestly,
So yeah.
I can't. I don't know what.
That's-
I don't know what. Well, I'm trying to think of like what the first lady is supposed to do.
You're
Like, what is her like? What as a first lady? What's your like job? What is the job to do?
you look after, like, I would say that it's more humanitarian and philanthropy work, but it's of the highest level because you are the most recognized
Yeah,
figure
yeah,
in the
yeah.
world. So it still carries a lot of weight. There is a
Yeah.
lot. There is a lot to do as a job,
Responsibility.
and there's a lot of responsibility. And you have to obviously always carry yourself in a certain way, and that's always why I felt why Hillary wasn't going to make it as president, because her time as first lady, brethren, your husband cheated on ya. You went back to him and acted like nothing happened. People will not forget that incident. You cannot forget, and women are not able to move on knowing that you're going to be now the president. Like they're saying, if you can't look after your home, how are you going to look after our country? Like, it can't run, it can't fly, and this is why it's unfortunate that she was a slaughtered lamb, but she'll
Yeah.
never ever be president. So now, obviously, the vice president, Kamala Harris, that's iconic, and people can actually see potential in her, not just because she's a half black, half Asian woman, but they see potential in how she's carried herself, how she's moved politically,
Yeah.
and her views and how she's acted. So people have been more accepting of her
Yeah.
as opposed to Hillary. And it's always why I feel like the only other woman that can run for president is Michelle Obama.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I
Let
mean?
Michelle run for president and see what happens.
She done
That'll
so
be
well as first lady that she
did.
has to.
She did so much.
She done so much. She done so well. She made such an impact. So that's the only other woman that would be championed as running for actual president. And it's time to obviously let Kamala Harris be vice and let her do her thing there. And then Michelle, I feel like in another 2 terms, Michelle can come in and be like, yeah, geez, I'm here. What are you saying?
Here for it.
Yeah. But I didn't realise I was so interested in American politics. Oh, my God, I'm so interested.
Yeah.
I watched CNN on Saturday night for about 2 hours, about after 10, with a cup of tea.
It was like what everyone was talking about for the last week.
Oh yeah,
Like,
100%.
yeah.
Oh,
You had to.
so
Because
interesting.
as much as I don't like to admit it, American politics affects everyone.
it
Well,
does.
Yeah.
So
100%.
it's
The
really
blueprint.
important.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Definitely the blueprint. And then Boris with his fake his congratulations to Joe Biden. I was like, Brethren, but we look forward to working for you. Brethren, no, you're not for him. Don't lie. You're not for a socialist as president, but he's there now. So you know what? You're going to have to switch up the game.
have you seen how Bojo's done a U-turn on the whole Marcus Rashford stuff?
Yeah, of course he is.
And
Yes.
now, what's he doing to supplying kids with food for Christmas? 'Cause I'm sure last podcast
As
we
he
were talking
should.
about how
Yeah.
he was like, Marcus was trying to like more of an impact and stuff. And now he's like turned, because he knows
There's been so many U-turns throughout his
Yeah.
whole prime minister.
he has.
Yeah, he's going to be known as the U-turn
Yeah.
prime minister, isn't he?
Exactly.
Whoa.
Yeah, I am glad that at least he's done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Something good's got to come out of it. So
Exactly.
if you got a apply pressure by stepping on the next, step on their necks.
Just like that.
Absolutely. 100B.
So one thing I wanted to chat to you guys about,
Okay.
you know, I always come with what's trending on Twitter because I
I
stay
know,
on Twitter.
you
I'll just
stay on
Do you
Twitter.
stay on anything else but Twitter?
I know.
Stay on Twitter,
Rihanna
Rihanna.
Twitter.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, the other night, everyone was going on about Heartbreak
Oh,
and how, and there was just this trend going around of Heartbreak will have you, and people were kind of giving like different like scenarios
Yeah.
about, you know, how Heartbreak has affected them. So I thought it'd be kind of an interesting one to talk about. Hopefully not too like deep. But,
oh my God.
some of the ones, I can obviously read out some of the ones that people were tweeting.
Yeah.
So let me just get a few of them up. One guy says, Heartbreak will have you doing chores that don't even exist.
Literally.
Arranging cutlery in alphabetical order.
Oh, I know that, you know.
It's mad.
Do you know what, though? You have to go through heartbreak.
Mm.
But I just feel like when you was younger, it was like it felt
was
like
like-
the end of the
yeah,
world.
yeah.
Like to break up with somebody or for them to like do something to you that is literally heartbreaking. It was actually the end
Like
of the world.
can't eat, can't
You
sleep.
can't eat,
do
can't
nothing.
sleep. Like, and anybody that says they've gone through their life and hasn't experienced that, I
Yeah.
literally,
They're
I'm
very
so-
lucky.
yeah, like not even that lucky, but when it hits you, you're gonna be.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
know
gonna
what,
rock
though?
your world.
I don't know if I feel like I've become a bit what's the word? Like not emotional now. I feel like if someone upsets me these days, like say someone was gonna heartbreak me, is that the right way to say
Oh
it?
yeah.
I don't
Break
feel
your
like
heart. Yeah. Heartbreak me.
my brain has not woken up today.
Heartbreak me.
But,
Someone's gonna heartbreak
I
me.
feel like I'm not as emotional about it. I feel like I'll
Yeah.
cry for like a day or two, and then I'm all right. I'm fine. I will not shed one more tear.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe because obviously recently I haven't been in like a very long term since my like first long term relationship,
Yeah.
which was like 5 years. Obviously that was heartbreaking. Blah blah blah. But now I feel like okay, I cry 1-2 days, and then I'm bounced back. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, it's true. I haven't cried over a man, and I can say for at least 5 years.
exactly.
Legit.
Mm.
I legit like the last time I cried over a guy was like 5 years ago.
Mm.
I have not cried.
Wow.
What,
But, like,
5 years ago? Probably 4 years ago. I've not cried over a man since. I refused to.
When you're younger, oh my.
Yeah, when you're younger,
Lord.
it is.
Oh my
it
God.
does affect
Listening
you
to
a
the
lot
slow
more.
jams.
Listening to slow jams.
Oh my God.
Literally sitting in the shower. The water's just like running down. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's all mad. But one of the things that came up as well, and I think this is true, I feel like women glow up like after a breakup is so much
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
and better than a
Love
man's
it.
Drastic
typically.
change. Yeah.
Love it.
Like you always feel like women often, I feel like when they, obviously it's probably maybe a generalization, but I feel like we might go through it like initially, like first few months, like it's a lot, it's hurting us, like we're going through the motions, and it feels like your ex-partner, he's just out here doing this, that and the other,
living his best.
and then it kind of hits men, I feel like later on,
Oh yeah.
when
course it
you've
does.
like gone through the motions
And
and
you're
then
onto
you're
the
onto the
next.
next,
Yeah.
like you're focusing on yourselves, you're working on you,
Mhm.
hustling, or you know, getting in the gym
Yeah.
or whatever it,
And they
want to
come crawling back.
and then then they yeah, exactly, they want to
It's
come
like they had
crawling
an
back.
epiphany about what they had before, and they're like, I was wrong. I realized what I had. This is that.
Yeah, so I just feel like, and I feel like I probably relate to that actually. Like you just,
Yeah.
I feel like reading like people's heartbreaks or have you, I'm like, man, people have been through it. Like
Yeah.
people have really, really been through it. And sometimes I take a step back and think, I can't believe another human being will affect you to this
Yeah.
degree. Like,
It's
No, but the
true.
thing is,
like-
another human being should never affect your happiness. And it's
Yeah.
mad that some people like, it's hard not to do, but you associate that person with your happiness. And if you're not with that
Yeah.
person, then you're not going to be happy. But you were a person before you were in that relationship. You have to
Yeah.
remember who you were
100%.
before you go through this breakup. Do you know what I mean?
100%,
It's,
yeah.
it's easier said than done, but you just got to think about it. You know what I mean?
No, but I think that's what it is. Like, I feel like when I'm in a relationship, it's not necessarily that person is the sole thing that brings me happiness. I don't
Mhm.
really
Okay.
feel like
No.
I've ever been in that scenario. I'm like, they
No.
add to it. I'm not saying that don't bring me happiness, but
But you
they
should
add
still
to
be
it,
happy
but I can still
outside of it. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know about that because, like, I'm happy without them regardless. But for me, if the person I'm with, if I'm happy with them, that does dictate a lot of the rest of my like life or what I'm doing, like, or how I'm feeling about it. Because for me, like, family and my relationships, like with them or my spouse, those like are most important to me. So if those are great and those are all going good, like I feel like it just literally translate for the rest of my life or the rest of my areas of my life.
I hear what you're saying, but like you say how you said your family, but your family would be separate from your relationship. Do you get what I mean?
I don't find them too separate, to be fair. Like people, I feel like people do play a big part in my life more than sort of things or doing things or not even being successful. But I just feel like if I hadn't been at a time where I was like happy with the people around me, I probably wouldn't have done or been pushed to like get where I am today or do things. Or so I don't know, like I know it sounds really bad, like, oh yeah, like that I'd ever like depend on a man for like my happiness or family around me, but to some extent I feel like I am kind of dependent, but not too dependent like if a man left me like tomorrow I'd be like, "Ugh, I can't do
that's
this."
That's the point.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
the
if a
point.
man left, like if you were by yourself, you can't be happy by yourself.
Some people
That's the
can't be
point.
happy by
Yeah.
themselves. Like they can't.
Yeah.
They're only happy when they're in a relationship,
Yeah.
and then someone else is giving them the happiness.
Yeah.
Which, when that relationship breaks down,
Then it lost.
it's like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
'Cause
that
I get the
extent.
same. Like when you're in a relationship, obviously you're going to be happy. They're going to bring you happiness. When all your relationships in your life, if they're all happy, you're going to be the best you can be.
Mhm.
But say they're like a relationship to me is like say an eighth. I don't know. I can't think of the math. An eighth of my happiness. I've still got a 7/8 of happiness over here, so I'm still going to be happy. Do you
Yeah,
get what I
yeah.
mean? Like that person can't bring me down to the extent where I can't function and
Yeah.
can't live. I can't work. I can't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I
hear
mean.
that.
Yeah.
One of the other things that came up was around the differences between obviously relationship heartbreak and then friendship heartbreaks. People are saying friendship heartbreak
It's
actually
worse.
hits. Yeah.
Friendships work.
Friendship
harder.
heartbreak is harder, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Because you
so
talk to
sad.
your friends about everything.
Yeah.
I know you talk to your man about everything too, but like your friends and your girls are there for you, like no matter what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
friendship heartbreaks are quite worse, I think.
Yeah, I think
They
it's
are.
worse. And I
Yeah.
think it's because, and I don't know if this is me being, I don't know what the word is, negative, I don't know,
Go on.
whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm in a relationship, not necessarily in the back of my mind, I can imagine that they might hurt me. Like, it just happens.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like when you have friendships,
You never.
you don't think like that.
Your
You
friend's
don't
gonna
think
do you dirty.
Yeah, you don't ever think your friend's gonna do you dirty. Whereas like
No.
when you're in a relationship, it's like people are human at the end. Well, people are human at the end of the day. Like, you might be in the best relationship possible, but people make mistakes and they can hurt you.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you've got like your best friend there and then she did you proper dirty, you're just like, wow, like how?
Yeah.
And I feel like friendships often deeper. Like, you might have been friends since like school or time,
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
so much, and it's
Friends
just
Been
like,
through
wow,
so
you could
much
do
together.
that.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that would affect like my trust issues, like
Yeah.
more so. I think in that scenario rather than like
Friendship's
in a
hard, I hear ya.
relationship situation.
Friendship breakdown is pretty hard. I
It
think.
definitely
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
really think I've been through it though. Actually,
I think I've been through it. Yeah,
Haven't
I've
been
definitely been
through-
through friendship breakups.
it's just naturally like
Fade out.
fade out, not like a big thing or anyone did
No,
me dirty or anything like that.
one of my friendship breakups was just finding out the real person that they were, and just knowing that I no longer want to be
Associated.
like friends with this person, and it's heartbreaking because it's not the person that you thought that they were, and that's friendship breakdowns. And then even when you like see each other at a later time and you can't like say hello to them or do the normal things that you that for me gives me more anxiety than any man.
100%. I agree with that.
Like with my man, I can just be like, yeah, whatever. Like
With
is
a
what
man,
it
you can
is.
avoid them, but usually with friends as well, you got mutual friends sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And
That's
that person
true.
want to go out with them, and you're like, oh, if they're gonna be there, it's gonna be
Yeah,
awkward.
it's just a really long process, and it's like you're not gonna just get rid of the rest of your friends because
Exactly.
you don't speak to that one. But it's quite difficult. Your man, it's just like I can cut him out. It's fine. And then, I mean, your man's friends are never your friends. Just so everybody knows, your man's friends aren't your friends.
Well,
Just as you know, they're never your
I
friends.
think I've never really been friends with my man's friends like that though.
no.
Like we'll
Got on
do
with
things
them.
together, but
Like,
I would
think
never.
the group
In a
setting.
room, I
Yeah.
can speak to them, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
But I'll never like
Absolutely.
message them and be
No.
like, "Oh, what you saying this weekend? Shall
Not-
we go
yeah.
chill?" Like, it wouldn't be like that.
Absolutely not, because you know why? Your man's friends are not your friends.
You know, there'll
I
be some
heard it.
jealousy. They'll be like, "Oh,
I'm not interested, and they're not your friends after. They're not here for you after you break up. They are not your friends.
I hear you.
Absolutely not. I don't care how it happens.
I hear you."
Any man, any friends that were friends with your man before you is not your friend. Just putting it out there. Don't get twisted, sis.
Well, thanks for that.
Yeah, as long as you
Yeah.
know. Absolutely. But yeah.
Is there any more heartbreaks or have-nots?
Have you had a heartbreak that you'd like to speak about?
I think there's only really one that I can think of. In fairness, that I wouldn't wish that on anyone really. Like going through,
Oh God, do I?
just going through like someone like cheating on you, basically.
Yeah.
So it's not nice, and finding that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not nice. It's not a nice feeling. Like
I
you
can
just
imagine.
crushed. Like you
Yeah.
just
Yeah, being cheated on
everything,
is like
especially
the
like
worst.
you feel like everything's going good, and
It's
then
left
it's like
field.
bam,
Yeah.
and it's like what? Yeah, but yeah, it's just one of those things that like as soon as I was told, I just broke down into
I
tears,
can imagine.
completely broke down, like
Yeah.
instantaneously, like just broke down into tears. And it was one of them where I was living at home as well, and you don't
So
ever
you
want
can't
your
have your
parents
space,
to
yeah.
like hear you being upset or anything like that, so you kind of had to hide it. And I'm pretty sure I just like said to my parents, "Oh, I'm just gonna go out." Like I took my car, I drove to like Morrison's car park and just like called my friend and told her. And just
Rihanna.
like
It's so
can laugh about it
sad.
now, but
Yeah,
Rihanna.
at the time it was horrible.
Yeah. yeah,
That's
it
not
was really. Oh no, it's not.
No, it's sad.
It's not funny.
This girl like,
You know what? People like listening to this probably like, "Are you okay?" Like some psychopath laughing.
No,
Like,
seriously.
I laugh when things. I just feel a bit awkward talking about. it, but
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
I'm just-
yeah.
It's more like an awkward laugh, but I'm just like, yeah, it was tough. It was really, really tough. That's the
Yeah.
only time that I would say like that was like heartbreaks. It's more like I didn't think that person could do that,
Yeah.
especially like, and we've probably spoken this before about a podcast. Like, I'm not someone to go for like a bad boy. Like, I'm not like, oh, I like a bad boy, someone to keep on my toes, whatever. So it's kind of like, it really, it's not even like I thought that person was capable of that. Do you know what I mean? So like Kim was just saying, so left field.
Yeah.
So left field in that
and
situation.
also trust is just gone straight away.
Yeah, it's really, really
Instantly,
tough to come. Yeah, it's really tough to get through that. But yeah, that was my only heartbreak or have you leaving.
I've never been cheated on, God forbid.
Yeah.
But like you say, I don't, well, to my knowledge. But
Yeah.
who knows what people have been out here doing.
No,
but
I
like,
have.
it's not, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Yeah.
It's like, I remember one time, like one person that cheated on me. I remember like coming back home. Actually, I was living on my own then, and literally just crying in my bed. And then I was just like, get it together. Then I was like, because I was living on my own, obviously, like people like just phone you or whatever. I remember turning off my phone. Then people couldn't get through to me on my phone. So it's like phoning my house phone, and I was just like, wasn't answering for like 2-3 days. I was out. Like, I just couldn't be bothered to, like, speak to anybody, do anything, cook, anything. I remember literally just sitting around in my flat for, like, 2-3 days. And I was just like, oh, my God, I didn't go to work, anything. Like, I remember phoning in sick. And then another time was, I remember finding out.
Sorry, I'm just going to say, I think that kind of heartbreak is so hard going into work and trying to act normal.
Yeah, you just can't.
It's just the hardest thing.
No.
Oh,
No one can look at you and
me.
ask you if you're all right, because if anyone asks you if you're all right, you'll break down.
That
so you
was
just have
it.
to just continue.
That
was
reminded
it.
me. Imagine that happened and I had to start a new job a few days later.
No.
So I have to like try and smile up in people's faces, and they're all like, "Welcome to the tea," and you just like have to try and pretend to be okay. And you just inside, you're just like,
I don't want to be.
And when people are trying to like get to know you, like, oh, do you have like a boyfriend? I'm just like, I don't want to get into like I don't want to get into this right now. Like it's just
work is
trying to
horrible.
Like, so I think like actually like you're saying, I guess. It can be harder when you're a bit older, actually, because you actually have responsibilities and you have to get on with it.
Yeah, like you actually have like a job that you have to go to.
It.
But then the second time is I found out at work and I literally just felt sick and I literally like made an excuse to go home because I just couldn't last the rest of the day at work.
It's just on your mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't focus.
It's like I couldn't focus. It's just like, oh, I'm
simplest
just not
task.
feeling great.
You just be sitting there trying to do it.
Couldn't go. I had to go home. Like.
Because even times
breaking
it's like,
down and going home.
I was going to say, even times where it's not like necessarily like finding out you've been cheated on, but say you've had a massive argument, it's on the brinks, and you're going into work and you're not sure if you're together or not. I found that hard as well, like, because I'm trying to, like you say, act normal, but in the back of my mind, I'm like having this debacle, not the right words, in your own personal life. It's tough. It is tough.
It really is.
To put on a smiley face for people then.
I mean, I can deal with that over being cheated on. Like,
oh yeah, I've not been cheated on though, so I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of where it's just like not even a comparison, because being cheated on would be horrible.
Well, let's be grateful that you don't go for those types anymore. I'm all about grown and mature.
I don't know. I'd never fully trust people.
I never fully trust people.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier in terms of in the back of your mind. That person could potentially, not that you don't trust them, but it's like you could be capable. Like any of us could be capable of it.
Yeah,
really,
any of us could be capable.
Anyone?
We could be capable as well. I mean, have I cheated? I haven't cheated.
Have you not?
You can get in very sticky situations sometimes.
Yeah, you can flirt. You can flirt and stuff. If people cast like flirting as cheating, well, fair enough. But
actually, that's a good point.
Fair enough.
I've never physically
done
an act
degrees
out
of
because people think messaging someone a certain type of way.
Yeah,
is true.
I mean, if people want to like cast that as like cheating, fair enough. Probably I have cheated, but nothing serious to the point where I've slept or done anything with somebody else.
Getting to that stage is a bit mad.
It's just nah. Yeah, I've never done that. So
yeah,
but
I have actually. No, cheated. Sorry, not slept with someone.
I was thinking.
Yeah, Kim was like, "This is fresh information." No,
I looked at her like,
New
what?
information.
I have kissed someone else while being in a relationship.
Oh, okay. I think I have.
But for me, if I'm getting into that situation, which I feel like I'm already checked out,
Yeah,
and I'm like
that's why you've
holding
done it.
on.
Yeah.
And in some ways, I'm a bit annoyed at myself for not just biting the bullet and just calling it quits when I actually wanted to, and not letting myself get to that stage where I'm actually ending up in a situation where I've kissed someone else, and then I'm like, okay, that solidified it. But I didn't really and truly, I didn't need that scenario to come up for me to solidify the fact that I don't want to be in this relationship anymore.
Yeah,
that
it
makes
was
sense.
just the catalyst to make it.
It was the catalyst. So I feel like I've definitely learned from that, and like in future relationships, like if I do have doubts where generally I'm like unhappy, I just need to bow out, like and just start. And it's easier said than done, as you guys know, especially when you've been in a long-term thing as well, and you're just like, you don't want to give it up, you don't want to, you know, you want to try or whatever, but sometimes you just need to know the signs and know when it's like you just need to call this quits now.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
I think knowing the signs is tough though, isn't it? Like you say, when it's long term, you're so used to having that person in your life, like your right hand man, to like let them go. Right hand man, to let them go, even if you're not feeling like 100% about it, is tough. I feel.
Have you ever dated someone for like a really long time and then you just don't want to like not date? You don't want to not date them anymore. Like
you don't want to not state them.
So you're not in a relationship with them, but then you don't want to not see them. Not see them.
The like, not is throwing me off.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know, because I'm trying to work out what
seeing somebody, you don't want to stop seeing them, but you have to.
Oh yeah, I've definitely been in that situation. I feel like I was in that situation very recently, where I'm dating someone, you don't want to not see them, but you know that you need to not see them anymore. Yeah. So you're trying to say, yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to make the right decision for yourself, but even though you're like, I don't want to, I want to continue as is.
Yeah.
You know that you need to like bow out, like you say, and just
I don't know.
call it
I've
quits.
been in that situation actually.
Yeah,
so.
But I'm a relationship type of girl as well, so I prefer to be in a relationship. So it's very tough to like not want to continue it, because I feel like I like being in a relationship. So,
Miss, I don't like dating over here.
I hate dating.
Love dating.
Hate dating, like relationships.
I love dating.
I love dating.
Getting to know different people.
Dating is like the funnest time. Like, you know to do, you're like, oh, let's go on a little date.
Kim's rolling her eyes back.
No, but like, even like,
Not a fan.
No. Like, I like dating in all aspects. Like, even with your partner, I just feel like you still need to date them.
Yes. If I'm in a relationship with you, I would love to go on dates and do little date nights.
No. But that's like, it's too comfy still.
I like being comfy.
No, I like that whole meeting somebody new.
I like that.
And getting to know them, seeing, because I just find people so fascinating.
You know what it is? And you like always take the mick out of me for saying this, but it's because I'm shy. I'm a shy person. And when you're a shy person...
I take the mick because it's untrue.
When you're a shy person, it's like you get into your head all the time about little things. I'm an introvert. I'm a very shy introvert.
I just don't believe this.
I don't believe it either.
Ask my mum.
Okay,
call
the woman that birthed you.
But if you were on a date, if you were on
she
a
knows me best. Of course, her.
If you're on a date with someone, you're not just gonna sit there in silence.
No,
exactly.
No, do you know that thing where they say like if you're shy, you just have to act like you're not shy? That's what I do.
So then,
if you act like you're not, then you will come across like you're not. But inside, I'm like bricking it.
Maybe initially, but obviously, supposing this date is going well and you're getting on with the person, then you're gonna feel at ease and just be normal, just as every.
Don't
give me that voice.
Don't you like asking people questions and delving into their life and seeing? You know what I more like than anything else? Finding out if you have trauma, if you have like any like.
I don't think it's gonna go that way.
I love shit like that. I love getting to know people to the point, and I just like So why did that make you feel like that? What point in your life do you feel?
And how did that make you feel?
Yeah,
all right, Miss Psychologist.
You're in the wrong job. Why are you in media? You need to be a counsellor.
Tell me about your trauma.
Oh my god! Don't you just love that and have the catalyst? And I like finding out their relationships. Like one of the most important things is if you have sisters, I want to find out your relationship with them. If you have mothers, find out. Well, obviously, if you have a mother, everyone has a mother. But find out your relationship with your mother. No, I meant to say find out if you have a relationship with your mother and what that is like. Because, as far as I'm concerned, if you have no relationship with your mother, like, there's a breakdown here. Why is that a trauma for you? What's happened to you in your life that you do not have a relationship with your mother? So them things right there. Obviously, this is not first date conversation.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you're dating someone, you find out all these things. And
You know what I don't like though? Okay,
it's
you agree with me
interesting.
with this. If I'm a dating point of view, don't you hate the dead chat? Like
Oh,
the dead,
Lord,
like
Yeah,
the
but that's
dead
why you
chat.
move on to the next. If you go on a first date and they haven't got any chat, you don't date them again. Next one.
But I almost feel like actually I probably wouldn't get to that stage of actually going on a date with you
Yeah,
if you've got
if
dead
they're
chat.
chat, yeah.
Like you weed them out, especially
Yeah.
if you're using apps and the dead chat
Yeah.
is already happening.
You
We're
weed
not
them
going
out.
to get
Yeah,
to
you
the,
wouldn't get to it. But
to the
imagine
first
imagine
date
if they're
stage.
talking all this game, blah blah blah. Get to the date and it's just dead.
I'll be surprised. Like
It can happen.
I know it can, but
No,
I don't
Kim,
know.
you haven't dated enough to
Yeah,
to
actually.
experience those. So I'm not
Nah,
going
I
to take
don't
one
want
from
to
you.
date because I don't want to date. That's why.
you
You
have
don't want
to get to know
date?
people.
Yeah.
I don't like getting to know people. This is tricky getting to know you guys and accepting you guys in my life.
I mean, we allowed you in ours, but okay.
You allowed me in yours.
Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, you've been dating us. How could you haven't cut us off yet? Since you
I
hate
try.
dating?
I try all the time.
I
That's
mean,
it.
how's that working out
That
for you?
girl over there. Sure.
Just like that.
Mm.
How's that working out for you, Kim?
Not going well, is it? Clearly.
But listen, I'm here for dating.
I'm here for
here
friendship
for-
dating. You know, when you go little like friendship dates. You go
No,
for-
I'm not here for friendship dating.
No, you go for like a little meal with the girls.
Oh, yeah, whatever, man. I go
Catch
with the
up.
girls. I go for a meal with the girls all the time,
I
man.
prefer that.
No, I want them. I want to go out with a man.
Have
Them.
you double dated? Because I've never double dated in my life. You know.
I have
I have once.
Have
Yeah.
you? How did you find it?
I like
It was
double
good.
dating because I like other people.
Was it like an activity or was it like?
It was both. It was dinner, and then we went ice skating.
Nice. I've just been for dinner, but I like it because you get to. It's that thing where you compare. You compare like the people that you're seeing. Like it's that thing, and we don't normalize it here enough.
I feel like we should. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't normalize it here enough. You only like it should be a thing of like a double date, like you bring a friend, I bring a friend. It should be that sort of like cool situation. But yeah, I think it's healthy. Like you get to know about the people that they're dating,
Yeah, exactly.
and like it's a good conversation. Like you must have like. The best thing is when you have like pet hates of each, and it's just like
And
yeah,
you
but
like
he does this.
bantering,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
like that sort of thing. So
What about like would you go on like a couple's holiday?
oh yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't been on
actually.
one. This is
I'd
on my
love
bucket
that.
list.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I need a
Yeah.
vacation with my
Girls. And
girls, or just at least
Yeah, that's a
mutual
good shout,
things.
actually.
So
That
fun.
is
That would be
literally on my
really fun.
bucket list.
Defo.
Okay, we
you can have
definitely need
girls'
to do
days
that.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm looking for a bay vacay. Everyone bring a little
a little
honey.
squeeze.
Oh,
Right.
but if you're like the single friend in the group, how?
No,
would
you
it-
can't come. This is it.
No, but I'm saying that you
Can't
feel
come.
left
Bring a
out.
date. You have to bring somebody.
You can't bring a date to like flipping Jamaica.
Yeah,
wherever
you
you're gonna
can.
go.
We don't normalize it. You can.
I think I'm bringing a date to Big Man Caribbean.
They do
So-
it on Real Housewives.
Yeah, I know. It's just like a normal thing.
I can't believe this girl just
No,
said
but okay then. Situation. See this?
that. Stupid.
It's true. It is true. And
Should we live like the Real Housewives? Are you rich?
No, but you
Half
have
of
to pay
them
for his
ain't
own
rich.
ticket, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Listen, I feel like these days we don't just book flights to like and go tomorrow. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like if you're bringing a date, it's like very sporadic. It's like
How? Okay.
when we go on holiday, we plan
situation.
for it. We're like, oh, let's go away in 5 months. Normally, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
but
it's very
I'm
hard
saying
to
to
bring
you-
a date on holiday
I
Why?
see what you're
unless
saying.
it's like a city break and you go in a dam or something very quickly.
Yeah.
But a beach holiday, how are you going to plan that?
Okay, then I'm getting married next week. You need to bring someone to my wedding.
If you were getting married abroad, you wouldn't tell me a week in advance.
You got a year to find a date.
But by then, I'll hopefully be in a relationship.
Don't. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully. So what if it gets to a week and we're leaving? Ain't no one. You got
So
a plus
I can't
one.
come.
I mean, you got a plus one. It's gonna be very lonely.
I can't come to your wedding.
You
Because I don't
got-
have a date.
It's gonna be lonely, but you know, obviously you're
I will
invited.
third wheel. I'll happily third wheel.
What about me and my husband? Don't want you to third wheel.
Me and your husband will be besties anyway. I'll be the third musketeer. I'll be like there.
You need a date. You need to find someone that you could just bring on holiday. I've got someone that if I needed to bring on holiday, I can come up bring.
Oh, really? I certainly do not.
And yeah, I think I've always safely had someone that if someone
In your
was
back
like, bring a
pocket.
date, bring like, I'll be like, yeah, cool, I can
In your
convince
back
somebody.
pocket, you know.
I know.
I don't have one for
that.
later. I don't have one that I can pull out.
They're either
Yeah,
there.
really.
They're either there or they're not there. Like,
Really, did you never have someone that you could just be like, yeah, you know what, I'll bring you
No.
for, I've got a quick plus one. Yeah, do you want to come? Yeah, cool.
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
If a plus one gets put in an invitation and I'm not in a situation or a relationship, I'm going by myself most of the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't just ring up someone and be like, do you want to come to this?
No.
Mm-mm.
And it's not like I'm using abusing men, by the way. I'm just saying that I have mutual grounds with a lot of people that I've either dated or been out with, and that I could literally phone them now. We're on good terms that I could phone them and just be like, yeah, I'm going to this thing. Seems like something that you'd like to go to. Do you want to come?
See, the thing is with me,
Date.
if we've dated, we're cut off now.
Oh.
That's it. That's what I'm trying to say. He's
Like
cut
we're
off.
done.
And then even if you broke up with whoever you're with, if you got into a relationship, you broke up with them, I can't go back to the people I used to date because it's usually like too far gone down the line to even do that. So yeah, good chat, guys. Good. What's it? Have you have nots? What's it called?
Wait, what?
The thing the topic you started talking about. Have you nots? And then we went on to dating.
No, it was about
No.
heartbreak.
It was just heartbreak.
Heartbreaks or have nuts. That's it.
I have not.
No, heartbreaks will have you. Is that what you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Heartbreaks will have you. Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying now.
Getting
Wild.
confused. But yeah, I liked that topic.
Yeah, that's like
Kind of started
cute.
talking and like rambling. But yeah.
Cool. Wow. So yeah, no, absolutely loving the heartbreaks thread on Twitter, Ree.
Here for
Thanks for
it.
bringing
Here
that
for
to
it.
the table.
Mm-hmm.
And just hope you guys enjoy listening to our heartbreaks and relationship issues
Mm-hmm.
as per. And just to note, Kimberley doesn't like dating, but yeah.
Hate it.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. Remember, you can check us out on Instagram. I've been Anneka, aka Anneka Fruity, on Instagram and Twitter.
And I've been Reanna, aka Bad Girl, aka Bad Girl Riri.
Bad girl, we're in out.
Reanna May F on Instagram and Twitter.
How are you going to take my Twitter?
What?
She just stole. She literally just stole my.
Is it copyrighted?
What? I know.
And you've
Is
had
it copyrighted?
I'm going to do it now anyway. And you've had me, Kimsy_X on Instagram, and the weird.
You can't even do it, you see. You
She's
called
so
Reanna
upset.
out and you jacked it up.
We usually say tweet for you. Tweet about. Anyway. And yeah, as Nika said, follow us on @NotFromLDN. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.